this is true, it means that some of the most important religious and intellectual traditions of ancient Britain weren't purely Celtic at all. Let's now talk about some of the specific details that the Kolbrin Bible provides and where modern DNA evidence is supporting these ancient claims. The text doesn't just vaguely suggest that some Israelites might have wandered to Britain. It provides specific details about their journey, their settlements, and their genetic impact on British society that we can now verify through science. According to the Kolbrin, after the destruction of the northern kingdom of Israel, several tribal groups managed to escape the Assyrian deportation. The text specifically mentions groups from the tribes of Dan, Asher, and Naphtali as being among the primary migrants to Britain. These particular groups went west. The Kolbrin describes their route in detail. They traveled through what is now Turkey, crossed the Bosphorus, moved through the Balkans, and eventually made their way to Britain via various Mediterranean and Atlantic routes. Some came by land through Europe, while others took the sea route through the Mediterranean, around Spain, and up to the British Isles. The Kolbrin claims that these weren't just refugees. They were the intellectual and religious elite of Israel, carrying with them the most sacred knowledge of their people. The text describes how they established religious centers, built stone circles, and integrated their monotheistic beliefs with local Celtic traditions. Stop and think about that for a second. If this is true, it means that some of the most important religious and intellectual traditions of ancient Britain weren't purely Celtic at all. They were Hebrew traditions adapted to a new environment. Now, before you dismiss all this as fantasy, consider this. Archaeological evidence has been mounting for decades that supports the idea of Middle Eastern influence on ancient Britain. We found artifacts, burial practices, and even DNA evidence that suggests significant migration from the Eastern Mediterranean to Britain during exactly the time period that the Kolbrin describes.